Trinidad and Tobago, a few things to sort out. When I was at university in Washington, D.C., I had a global politics professor. He always used to say, in international relations, 99% of it is common sense. It's common sense, 99% of it. Meaning, 99% of international relations is common sense law, fairness, equity, natural justice. In other words, if your neighbor just come up to your fence one morning, just so, you in the garden, and he tell you, hey you, somebody in your house come and thief my 2 chicken, my 2 fowl. Somebody come and thief my 2 fowl, and they come from your house. Before you have a chance to ask him, well, who it is, or who you think it is, where's the evidence, he tell you, and you know what? I come in your yard now, I come in your house now, and get them. And he moving like he wanna come with the foot over the fence. You tell me, Trinbagonians, following natural justice, common sense, where's your first response? When you see that he actually threatening to come into your house to follow who he say from your house, thiefy to fall. I know his only reaction. Is either only telling him something I ain't gonna say here, or they telling him, birds, you put your foot over that fence there, you mightn't get her back. I know Trinbagonians, that's what they're telling him. I'll leave that right there when it comes to how this thing blew up, mainly by the mainstream media in Trinidad and Tobago, and PNM trying to make it seem like there's a storm in a teacup. All our rhetoric and words, there's a storm in international relations, there's a storm in a teacup. Venezuela ain't coming in Trinidad, and Trinidad ain't going in Venezuela. That is the long and the short of it. The next thing I have to deal with is Faris El-Wari. Faris El-Wari coming to play now that he's part of the aggrieved class. Asking Kamla Persad-Bissessar, who is the 1%? To describe who is the 1%. That's very easy. You Faris El-Wari. Your family benefit over $500 million. Or they hear me, Trinbago? $500 million under the PNM in rental buildings. $500 million. And you both ask Kamla Persad-Bissessar if that have to do with race. I don't know if it has to do with race, I know it has to do with you. $500 million you get and your family get, and somebody in your family crying how the UNC taking food out of their mouth. So Olaine save a little bit from $500 million. Olaine save a little bit to go in the grocery, to go in peppercorns, and they like to play Arab. Where's the connection to the Middle East? And like to play Arab, we're trying to say that Kamla Persad-Bissessar. We good with everybody. Arab likewise. You couldn't be more Arab than me. But I will complain about any 1% who's sucking the lifeblood out of Trinidad and Tobago citizens, who gain all the contracts, whether it be for buildings or anything else. That is the 1%. If you find yourself in that category, so be it. Go put your buildings up for rent. You understand, Faris? And to my sister, Penelope Beckles, asking where is the youth development? Sister, you know, my uncles and my people are never had love here from long time. I can't say no. But you asking where youth development? You might want to pose that question to the person you put in the Senate called Foster Cummins. Because I look into some of the programs here in youth development. And I come across some of them that looking more than a bit sketchy. As a matter of fact, I'm looking into them right now. In Dali Young, the caravan. How much it cost? 500,000? So, Miss Penelope Beckles, my dear sister, ask Foster Cummins in Dali Young about youth development before you come by us. Because we got things on stream. We're looking at all the centers. We hand over keys for centers. We're making sure programs rolling out from the beginning of July. We're making sure that we're enrolling people. Don't worry about youth development. I'm making sure it have no ghost programs, no inflatables, no non-deliverables. I'm making sure. And Dali, Foster, don't worry, I'll get back to all you soon. Trinidad and Tobago, a little update for all you on Tuesday. Make sure and watch Trinidad and Tobago beat Costa Rica today. Love in the house all the time.